6 hours was all he was given, and he lost eternity in the first 2. There once lived a fisherman who believed he was perfectly content. He would go out to sea, catch enough fish for a few days, and then rest at home until every last bite was eaten. He never chased more than he needed. To him, this felt like peace. There is a quiet difference between gratitude and stagnation, and he was drifting toward the latter. One day, while his wife was cleaning a fish he had caught, her knife struck something hard. She paused. Her heart began to pound. Inside the fish lay a radiant pearl, luminous and flawless, glowing as if it carried its own light. She called out, her voice trembling with disbelief. He rushed in and froze at the sight. In that small hut, destiny had just shifted. The fisherman felt a surge of hope. This was more than luck. This was escape. They could finally taste a life beyond survival. He carried the pearl to a local jeweler. The man examined it carefully, and his expression changed from curiosity to awe. "This is beyond my means," the jeweler whispered. "Go to the greatest jeweler in the neighboring city." Hope expanded inside the fisherman's chest. The second jeweler studied the pearl under bright light. His hands trembled slightly. "This extraordinary. I cannot afford it either. Only the king could purchase such a treasure." Now the fisherman stood before the king himself. The king listened carefully and examined the pearl with fascination. "I have longed to see something like this," the king said. "But how can I measure its value? I will give you 6 hours in my treasury. Take whatever wealth you can carry. Perhaps that will repay what this pearl is worth." 6 hours. To a poor fisherman, 6 hours inside a treasury felt like endless abundance. He stepped inside, and his senses exploded. The hall was vast beyond imagination. One section shimmered with diamonds, gold, and precious stones. Another was lined with velvet beds, softer than clouds. The third overflowed with food and drink beyond anything he had ever seen. His brain did what every human brain does under sudden reward exposure. Urgency fades. Discipline weakens. 6 hours is more than enough, he told himself. Let me eat first. I will need strength to gather the treasure. He ate slowly at first, then eagerly, then indulgently. 2 hours disappeared. As he walked toward the jewels, he passed the velvet beds. They looked inviting. Comfort whispered to him, "I will rest just for a moment. I have plenty of time." This is how negligence begins. Not with evil intentions, but with small delays justified by comfort. He lay down. Sleep overtook him. When he opened his eyes, guards were standing over him. "Your time is over." Panic shot through his body. His heart raced. Cortisol flooded his system. Now the prefrontal cortex awakened, but it was too late. "Please, give me a little more time," he begged. "I have not collected anything." "You were given enough time To take everything, they replied. You chose food and sleep over treasure. He was dragged out empty-handed. And here, the story pierces deeper. The pearl was never just a pearl. It is your soul, a priceless gift placed within you. The treasury is this world, vast and full of opportunity. The diamonds and jewels are your good deeds, your growth, your acts of courage, discipline, compassion, and truth. The luxurious beds are negligence, endless scrolling, delay, comfort without purpose. The food and drink are your desires, necessary in measure, destructive in excess. Spiritual wisdom teaches that life itself is a limited trust. Neuroscience confirms that the brain defaults to short-term pleasure unless consciously trained otherwise. Psychology reminds us that regret is born not from failure, but from wasted opportunity. 6 hours is a metaphor. Time is passing, even now. There will come a moment when the guards of time will say, "It is over," and no negotiation will remain. So wake up before you are awakened. Leave the bed of comfort. Resist the hypnosis of immediate pleasure. Gather the diamonds that are still within your reach. Because when your 6 hours end, only what you carried out will matter.